I'm to the top of 3 ridges. This was a shelter I wanted to get to last night. This is the shelter I couldn't go any farther than. Day previous, Trey and company were gonna get to pre-shelter. Well, they hopped off before they got to the pre-shelter and went to Devil's Backbone Brewery. And then from there, they left all their gear and got a ride back to the trail before Priest. Went up and over Priest slack packing, and they were supposed to get to this gap like 4 miles from here, almost 2 miles past the shelter I'm going to, where they were going to get a ride back to the brewery. And then today, someone from the Stanimals hostel in Waynesboro was going to find them at the brewery, take all their gear, all their packs, up to Waynesboro and drop them off back at that gap so that they could no pack the 26 miles or so. Might be a little less than that, into Waynesboro, and then go to the Stanimals hostel where all their gear's at. Well, I couldn't do that many miles yesterday. And I think everyone that's actually out here through hiking the trail, you know, you got physical breakdowns, mental breakdowns, emotional breakdowns. They happen. But you know, Spielberg had a very good moment last year. The whole I can't go on, I will go on. Yeah, same boat. Kind of rained and drizzled this morning. Felt good. I get down this hill, get to that shelter, have a little bit of lunch. That's all the food I got, just a little bit. And figure out what's between here and Waynesboro. And maybe a good spot to put my tent up. And just try to get as many miles in today as I can. I did some math this morning, and my early morning math's always pretty dangerous, but with the miles I have left, if I average 15 a day, that's 90 more days. Today is day 71. I don't know where Harpers Creek is, but I'm guessing it's somewhere down there. No, I climbed up that thing today, and that's when I realized I had to go up this, and finally got to the top and across it, and now I've been downhill walking along this ridge, and I guess it just keeps on going down. 3 ridges. You're definitely a worthy opponent, but you're not enough to stop me. Not for long. Just check the time. 11:43. I've been hiking for 4 hours today. I haven't made it 6 miles. And if that don't tell you how slow I'm going, I don't know what will. Still looking for this next shelter. Now, so I'll get there when I get there. Okay, we're at this shelter. What was it called? Something. Mar Hall Shelter? Yeah, or Marpin Trail Shelter, something like that. Anyways, I stopped for lunch, met these wonderful section hikers, and a hiker came up in subject of talking, Lost Up High. She's following them on Instagram. #1 fan, Trey.
Yes, I'm #1.
That's your #1 fan. You walked by her yesterday. She didn't recognize you because you weren't laying down. So you missed your #1 fan, and she couldn't see your stripes of your shoes.
The orange stripe.
So yep, section hikers, and y'all say y'all was teachers.
I'm a teacher. I'm a firefighter. I'm an engineer.
Awesome.
They're kind enough to do it on my spring break.
Yeah, but yep, still a little cloudy. I just felt a raindrop, so I'm gonna get back on the trail, get some more miles today, because I gotta get to Waynesboro tomorrow. Had a little trail magic here from Mama Tsunami, which is what we've dubbed Johnny Tsunami's mother, but it's empty. So back to the trail. The map from Reed's Gap all the way up to Rockfish Gap. Kind of follow along the Blue Ridge Parkway, cross it a couple times. There's gonna be some Cedar Cliff overlooks. I can't camp there, but I'm gonna find some place to camp tonight. Paul Wolf Shelter would be ideal, but that would have made today a 22, and I've just not been going fast enough at all. So this is Humpback, and Humpback is kind of a tall up, and everything else is down all the way to Rockfish Gap in the Waynesboro tomorrow. So maybe I can get as close or on top of Humpback as I can, and That way all I could do is downhill tomorrow. But gotta get moving. Because it is almost 3 o'clock. So I figure I'll just keep going for 4 hours to 7, and then when 7 hits, I'll start actively looking for a spot to pitch my tent and see how far that gets me. I tell you, it's hard to find a trash can in the woods, man. I had to throw my trash in this litter can. That Gatorade mix bottle I've been carrying for the last 3 days. All my empty tuna packets. Carnation breakfast mix packets. Yeah, threw all that away. My pack feels so many grams lighter now, let me tell you. No, it's not a big thing, but everything you carry adds weight. And I said it before, so again, I'm not an ultralight kind of thinker, but don't carry something if you don't have to, right? Just not to get run over. All right, back on the trail. Yeah, there's a litter can over there. I could have just walked this way, but no, I went back to the blazes and followed them across the road. Because, you know, I'm crazy like that. So I made it to this section of cliffs. I think the woods are on fire over there. Said no campfires or camping for the next mile along these cliffs. That don't help me none, right? Okay, here at Dripping Rock, I guess because there's a rock that drips somewhere around here. Blue Ridge Parkway spot. I have 1.7 more miles to go, and it's basically 2 ups, about a 500-foot elevation change between here and where I'm going, and it says that there's a campsite with a view. So it's just turning 6 o'clock right now. 1.7 miles should put me up there with enough daylight to get this crazy tent set up. And it's setting me up for about an 11-mile trip into Waynesboro tomorrow. But if I go all the way up to that campsite with the view, that's just what it's called in the book, campsite view. In the morning, all I have to do is go up over the summit of Humpback or Hunchback Mountain, and then down, down, down. Smooth sailing to John C. Wolf Shelter. And then easy 5 miles after that shelter to get to Waynesboro. And Ming Garden is calling my name. So after I set up my tent tonight, I'm gonna eat the last like 6 of my Pringles and the last 3 or 4 pieces of my jerky. And tomorrow, all the food I'm gonna have for 11 miles is one little fruit and chewy granola bar and a handful of Skittles. So I really messed up my my last resupply in Glasgow. It was, I'm sure it was a combination of a lot of things, but having just ate a really big bacon cheeseburger with like loaded French fries from that Scocato's restaurant, and then when you go in to get food, you're so full, you're like, can't even think of eating anything. So maybe next time I'll resupply before going to get food in town. What am I saying? Next time's going to be Waynesboro and Ming Garden. I'm going in there sweaty and smelly and stinky. They can sit me in the corner. I'm just going to be like, beef and broccoli, lo mein noodles, egg rolls. Just keep bringing them, plate at a time. I won't go up to the buffet. Y'all can just bring the food over here to this corner table since I'm so stinky. And then of course any chocolate pudding and peaches, because you know you gotta have that. But that's tomorrow, and I still got 1.7 to worry about today. I mean, it'd been nice if I could have made it to that shelter, but I was taking it easy again today. I didn't get started until almost 8 o'clock and goofing off at the shelters and just, you know, walking on the trail, see a big rock and said, that looks like the perfect big rock to sit on for 20 minutes. So when you're enjoying yourself, or well, I don't know how you enjoy yourself, when I'm enjoying myself hiking the trail, I think I like to sit down every once in a while. There's somebody's house over there. Whoa. Okay. I didn't see any signs that said, you know, hey, you're getting on private property, you respect people's yards. But no, it's over the last couple days, right, it can't get much worse than that, so it's got to get better, because it can't get worse, because my last few days were pretty horrible. But you know, I'm just out here on the trail, and I'm taking it a couple days at a time. I see you, squirrel. Okay, you got many trees you can go up. I'm not going to chase you across Virginia. No, don't go up that tree either. Just keep running across the ground. 'Cause that's what squirrels do. But yeah, like I say, I'm just glad to be out here. I really am. Kind of mad at myself for being in that state of mind the last 2 days, because there's no reason for it. Well, I mean, I have my reasons, but just, you know, just keep hiking. All right, here's the view. I don't necessarily see a campsite though, unless it's just around the corner. Yeah, I see across the way this big building looking thing with kind of resembling like a Great Wall of China stretched out across that mountain. What is that? That'd be a crazy place for an apartment complex. Well, sorry, I got a mouthful of Skittles. That's about as magical as a sunset as you can get. $11 or 12 miles into Waynesboro tomorrow. Ming Garden, look out. Here I come.